It has always been a dream of many to travel to outer space and beyond. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could just book a flight to Mars or some outer galaxy and get there in a jiffy? Sightseeing trips across the Milky Way? Sounds like an ethereal day-out plan. While all the methods so far discovered have significant drawbacks, scientists have found a new way to travel faster than the speed of light. Welcome to Science Today, where we present to you the latest news and research within science and technology. So yeah, light is fast, but have you ever wondered how fast? Let's dive into the numbers. For starters, the exact speed of light is calculated and well known. It has become a basis for many other equations and measurements. The speed of light traveling through a vacuum is about 186,282 miles per second. See it this way. The minute you switch on your headlights or light switch, the lights light up the entire room or place in under a second. You won't even notice that light travels. Another unit of measurement involving lights is the light year. Light year is the distance that light can travel in 1 year. Its value is 6 trillion miles or 10 trillion kilometers. Light year's value is how astronomers and physicists calculate immense distances across the cosmos. Plus, we know that our universe is wide and vast. To simplify this idea even further, consider our moon. Looking at the moon, you will find it gleaming and bright. That is because in 1 second, the light travels and moves from the moon to our eyes, which means the moon is about 1 light second away. Unlike the moon, the sunlight is quite different. It takes longer for sunlight to reach the eye, requiring about 8 minutes. This means the sun is about 8 light minutes away. Other stars like the light from Alpha Centauri, the nearest star system to our own, take about 4.3 years to get here. This means Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years away. Furthermore, other gleaming stars and objects beyond our solar system can lie anywhere from a few light years to a few billion light years out. No wonder this is the reason why everything astronomers see in the distant universe is, in simple words, history. When astronomers study objects far away, they are actually witnessing light that shows the objects as they existed when light left them. Condor the M drive is praised as the technology that would quickly take us beyond space to the most distant parts of the universe. This spectacular invention, which has even been patented, theoretically works by trapping microwaves in a shaped chamber where their bouncing produces thrust. Now, this chamber is closed, meaning it will appear to simply move without any fuel input or any thrust output from the outside. In short, the M drive relies on Newton's second law, where force is defined as the rate of change of momentum. The combined tiny force in great quantity enables the M drive. Even though it sounds pretty simple, it also essentially turns our understanding of physics on its head. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. No energy is flowing in or out. These spring more questions like how the waves are initialized, how they continue to move, and where their momentum is coming from. Scientists can have spontaneous created momentum without an explicable push, so many physicists don't even take the M drive seriously. If the M drive works, it invalidates much of what physicists know about the universe. Moreover, the M drive was even put to the test by physicists at the Dresden University of Technology that exhibited the promising results obtained by NASA, and the Chinese demonstrating thrust were all false positives explained by outside forces. In contrast, the warp drive offers great assurances, as revealed by Dr. Erik Lentz. However, Lentz wasn't even the first to work on making the warp drive a reality, not just in sci-fi. The first person to endeavor it was the Mexican mathematician Miguel Alcubierre. In 1994, Alcubierre's proposal became the beginning of the official literature on warp drives. However, the Alcubierre warp drive, as it became known, requires a shockingly vast amount of energy, featuring dreaded exotic matter as a co-ingredient. Now, this isn't practical, it is highly radioactive stuff and is not something researchers have actually observed in nature, much less created. Other than that, since then, many variations have been proposed. Take, for instance, the notorious 2010 update to the Alcubierre drive's physical design created by Dr. Harold G. Sonny White, a former NASA engineer. White's update reduced the amount of energy needed to a less staggering number. even though it was not practical because a solution like Alcubierre still required exotic matter, though significantly less. Other than White and Alcubierre, another group of researchers from Switzerland known as Applied Physics, APL, forged their own concept. Surprisingly, their drive did not need any exotic material to create its warp bubble. The only disadvantage was that their model could not go beyond the speed of light, which streamlined space travel. Now let's explain these concepts. Firstly, Lentz. Our guy proposed points regarding Alcubierre drive. This drive has been used as a standard for other possible solutions. Lentz stated that the Alcubierre solution can be used as an intuitive picture of what a warp can or can't do. Tighten the space quickly in front of the central region existing in the ship, or transport and expand the space immediately behind. This idea presents the warp drive as a wave of curvature on which a ship will ride to its destination. Even though it is the holy grail of warp travel, Lentz argues it is not even an elementary feature, instead of pointing to a solution proposed by physicist Jose Natario in 2002. All that work inspired him to reconsider the workings and the recreation of the warp and how it could be created using only traditional matter instead of exotic matter. Natario proved that the expansion could be trivial or zero everywhere and still perform the same task of transporting a ship. On Natario's theory, Lentz forged his own variation that he believes is even more viable, because it is rooted in conventional physics. Aside from this crucial material difference, Lentz stated that his solution varies from Alcubierre and most others geometrically, due to the energy placed around the warp bubble. Moreover, in the Alcubierre solution, the energy density and curvatures are maximally separated. The energy is restricted to a small torus between high contraction and expansion regions. The mechanics in Lentz's proposal are rather positively correlated, with the regions of high energy density and high expansion and contraction overlapping almost precisely. This makes Lentz's proposal a potentially more viable warp solution than those previously proposed. Regardless of the update, Lentz's warp drive is still entirely theoretical. A practical demonstration is far from near. However, Lentz considers a few steps that can be taken right away which require less energy. So now the question arises, what does Lentz plan to do with the warp device? Well, for now, the next move is to take the warp bubble speed of moving at 1% of the speed of light by utilizing a modern-day fission reactor. The physicist said he would consider patenting his warp drive. Lentz is optimistic about the future as it can bring a lot of innovations enabling us to travel to space and beyond. Till then, how about you guys tell us whether or not it is possible to travel faster than the speed of light? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest science updates.